Good evening, everyone. Let's start our workshop today. Please put some plus signs into the comments so I can see that you can hear me well, see my screen, and we'll start this workshop. Today we are going to create this picture. We're not going to work with modeling, we'll work only with light materials. Also, no need to repeat right after me because I will do it like super fast speed. Oh, let me turn off the sound in here. So, all materials for this workshop you can find in the description. You will have this scene, almost everything except by these flowers. So you can replicate this masterclass by yourself and do it. Okay, pluses is here. So my name is Irena Poliakova. Today we are going to spend some time to create this picture. I hope you will enjoy it. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, so you can do it now because we always do a lot of interesting videos. So if you don't want to miss them, you can subscribe and you will never miss them. Also, you can share this link to this video to your social media so everyone will know what you're watching and join as well. So we have some little rules. So the first one, if you have any questions, please keep them until the end of masterclass and I will answer them all. About materials, I said you have in description all the materials that we will use. Well, almost all, but some you can replicate or find something else. So I think it's not a problem. And what else? I think that's it. Not so sure, but if I forgot something, you can remind me later. So we can start a bit. Try to translate your video to English. That may help us to learn more from your videos. Well, we will have a lot of new videos, so I'm sure that will be helpful for you. So let's start to do that. I already have open scene and we can start work with lighting. So what do we have in here? Here we have a bit complicated lighting because there is light from everywhere, from the back side, from the left, from the right side in here, and also from these sides. Like, it's not super typical, but it happens. So we will see how to create and work with this kind of situation. So let's do this. I'm going to open my render setup and we'll add some Aero map first. So single map. We will work in render system Corona render. And you need to select Corona bitmap, not general bitmap, because sometimes people confuse it. So let's pick Corona bitmap. And I'm going to select, this one. It's beautiful sunrise. I will show you in the site. I will open it. So here, this map. I downloaded it from this site, RGI Skies. If you want this map in big size, you should pay. If you want to try it or use the small one, for interior the small size is fine, so you can download it for free and use it. Like, beautiful sunrise in here, and you can use it for your scenes. So the map in here, I'll open material editor and add this map to material editor in case we need to rotate it, change some colors, and so. But in general, we can start our interactive render already. So I can do it in here. Volume up. Okay, I'll try to do it a bit more. Oh, just put some mic closer. I hope it's fine. So that's what we have in here. It's super dark, but we can see something. And I do have ceiling here. It's just displayed as box, so don't worry. Let me show you. So ceiling is here. It's just displayed as box, so you can show it in a viewport if you want to. So just right click, object properties, and just untip this box, displace box, and it will be visible. So it's fine. Okay, let's back to our render. Well, first what we can do, we can increase simple exposure. I have Corona 8. In previous version it's just exposure, so you can just increase this amount and we will see something. In all objects are just main gray material. We will change it as well because we need to do add some reflection. We need to make it darker because our interior is not super light. I might say it's like more than middle light, so it's more darker than light. So I'll open material editor, this material in all my objects, but to make sure that's it in everything, I will just select everything in my scene, so Ctrl A and assign this material to make sure that everything is it. Now I'm going to make this material darker, maybe even more darker. I think it's fine. Maybe we will make it darker a little more. If you want to make your shadows more deeper, you always need to make the main material darken. And that's how you will get more intensive shadows in your interior. So that's super good tool, you should use it. So base material, also we will add some reflection in here. So reflection 1, we don't need that super glossy material, so glossiness 0.6, and also I'll change reflection to middle gray, so it won't be super reflective, but fine. Okay, I can increase exposure more. So we need to get the light in this wall. In this wall we need to get some of this shadow. So first I will rotate a bit my Aero map. So I'll select it and we'll rotate it in here. So we'll get some more light somewhere. Okay, let me turn off the interactive denoiser because it's like super, it make my picture super blurry. So you can do it in render stop performance and just untip this box. Okay, good. Let's rotate it a bit more. We won't get super intensive sunlight from this map. You can see that almost none sun in here, but some parts will be more intensive than the others. So we need to get it. 170. Oh, 20 was, put some 200. And you can see a bit of sun in this area. Kind of not bad. That's probably too much, but in that area looks nice. Ooh, too much. Rotation. You can rotate only for 360 degrees, and after it just repeat all the same. So, and that's not too interesting. 280. Let me back to 190. I think 200 was nice, right? We can keep it. I'll probably make the base material more darker, or maybe not. Should I? Okay, I'll try just increase exposure for sure. A bit more. Looks nice, I think. Okay, since our picture is like mostly in this reddish color, we can also change it our base material. So it won't be that gray, it will be probably that kind of color, and everything will be in this color. And after that we will add more lights for the walls to get in this area more light from this side and also from that side as well. So let's change the color first and then we'll add some extra lights. I'm going to select color, add some saturation, actually not bad. Maybe I'll change a bit hue, but not too much, and also maybe a bit more saturation. I think it's not bad. Red? No, it's too pinky. We need to add more yellow color. This one is not bad. Okay, let's keep it maybe a bit darker. And more red. Okay, good. Let's add some sun for this wall and we'll see. So I'm going to top view. I'll select the lights, Corona sun, and create a new one on the top view. Let me see what we have. We have extra. Okay, I need to log this viewport for render, so I'll open render setup, select this viewport and log it for render. Now I'm going to go to the settings of the sun and decrease intensity because we don't need that super strong intensive sun, just a little bit. I need to add more zero in here. Okay, maybe. Now we will move it a little bit, so I'll move it so there will be more light in this area, and probably I will put it down. Okay, next one, what we have to do is increase the size of the sun so it won't be that sharp. So let's do that. That's too much. 30, 20 might be good, maybe a bit more intensity, 3, but also we need to decrease, get rid of the color of the sun, because as lower it's going, the more the color will be warm. So we need to turn it off, so just select direct input and it will be just white. Well, we can make it like white. Okay, now its intensity is too much. Okay, maybe it will work. Okay, now we will add light for this area, so we'll get nice shadows in here and more light area in this part of the interior. So I'll create, well, I can do it with sun, I can do it with a normal coronal light, so I'll just select coronal light, rectangle, and create some in here. But not in interior, we need to put it outside and rotate it so this parts will be on the interior direction. I need to rotate it. Go to settings, target. Now I need to select this target and unselect the main light so I can move it wherever I want to. Oh, I need to move it somewhere in here. And we can see that in this area is much more light in here. So I'll just probably put it down like a sun as well. I can lift up a bit our lighting if you want to. You can work with long shadows, or you want to short shadows, all depends where's your light. So try different stuff, but we don't need that strong intensity. So I'll go into reduce it. It's too much. 5 may be good, but we also can use these parameters, kind of cool. It make your light more direct. So for now it's like lighting all this area. When you increase this parameter, it decrease the angle and it more direct light. So when you increase this parameter, the light will go more to direction, like to here. And you can add some. Usually for Corona it's like 1.3, 1.5, not somewhere in this area. So you can try it. 0.5 is already too much. You can see like super strong direction, so I'll decrease it a bit, and also intensity need to make much lower. Okay, you don't see everything. Okay, I can see now. One sec, I'll change it. Yeah, I can see. One sec, guys, I'll improve it. I'll try at least. 1 second. Ooh, not this one. Okay, now it should be fine. I hope so, at least. So if it's alright, you can write me that everything is clear and now you can see everything. So I hope it's fine. Sorry, I didn't notice that it's part of my camera, of my screen. So let's back to our lighting. What we can do. So intensity lower. Perfecto, good. Okay, looks good, but probably we need to increase intensity more. What else we can do? We can decrease our highlight. So in this area it's a lot of light, so I will add filmic mapping. I'll open this stuff. In the previous version, I don't remember, it's just highlight compress. Without filming, just highlight compress. You can increase it and it will reduce exposure in super light areas. I think it's enough. What else we can do? We can add some curves, I think. And we'll work with it. So maybe a bit more contrast, maybe a little lighter. And it's become much more interesting, I think. Maybe that's too much color, but I think it's not a problem for now because we will work with material, so I think it's all good. Well, we can add some main contrast if we want to, if curves is not enough, so we can add it as well, but in general it looks pretty good. I like these shadows, looks perfect. Well, I can a little lift up my sun, so there will be more dark area, but in general is nice, I think. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't. I'll increase highlights, I'll work a little more with curves. And it's nice. Let me rework this base material. Saturation is too high. I'll decrease it a bit so it won't be that strong. And now it's good. Okay, now we're going to add some colors to our scene. So we need to add some more beige colors, some white colors. So we'll separate our colors and then we'll create more detailed material. So I'll start probably with light one, then the walls, and we'll see what we will have. So I'll make a copy of this material with Shift held down. You can just create it. And I'm going to select the parts that I want to apply this material. I'll click F4, so I will see the edges, what I'm picking. The ceiling, the cornice, the baseboard, what else? The picture, maybe the lamp. Okay, for now it's fine. I will select it, and we can change the color later if we need it. And now I'm going to decrease the color. We don't need it. Assign material. Okay, what else? I'll make it lighter for sure. I'll probably make it more yellowish. Maybe not that light, but in general is pretty good. Okay, a bit more saturation. I need some color in here. Maybe a bit more darker. We probably will need to do these parts more lighter later, but for now is fine, I think. And I will work with beige color now, so I'll make a copy of this material and create so the walls is one big object. We need to separate by ID so we can create multi-sub object. For now I will create multi-sub object. I'll apply this white color to number 2, make a copy of base material and apply it to number 1. So this one will be number 1 and this part of the wall will be number 2. And now we need to create it. So I'm going to polygon. I'll go on top view and just select all these parts, maybe like this and like this. It will be number 2. So find the polygon material ID and assign number 2. So set number here, click enter and you will assign it. Now I need to invert selection, so edit, select invert, and here will be number 1, the same number, enter, and it will be applied. Now we can assign material, but it's very important to select multi-sub-object material and assign it. Then it will separate for 2 materials. So number 2, we can see that it's different material. So now it's all good. But definitely we don't need that super light color. So I'm going to make it a little darken, and also I need some color. So we have like darker, a bit more reddish, so we're going to do that. Isn't too dark? No, I think it's good. Almost a little more yellowish, and it will be perfect. Nice. Let's go next. I'll select now the all dark materials, like the black console, black decor, and so I'll make a copy of this material. It doesn't matter which one you will copy because everything you will change in it. So I need this part, these 2 parts. There are 2 parts of this kind of decor. I also can select these 2 parts, and that's it. I think that's it. And assign this material. Okay, let's make it black. You don't need to make it super dark, but in general it's good. Oh, I didn't select the middle part. I thought I did, but I didn't. But it's fine. Hey, I didn't assign it. Come on. Why you didn't select it? No, it's fine. Finally. My faces disappear. So I don't know how to return it. Maybe something like that. Oh, I found it. Okay, good. So the black parts are ready. Now we need to create some dark material for seats of the chairs, so I can make a copy of the dark material. But now we need to select them all. It's a group, so we need to open the group, select all parts. So I'm going to select all these chairs, go to isolation, open group. Ooh, I didn't want to ungroup, I wanted to just open it. And now I need to select all the seats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yay. Apply a new material. Also I can do the same with the legs, since we work with chair. So I'll make a new copy and select all legs as well. Так. Probably we need not the black material, we need something because it has some color. It's more closer to the wall color, so probably make a copy of the wall material and assign to it. So it will be separated material and we will work with it a bit later. For the back of the chair, probably I will keep it for now like this, but I will need to create material for it anyway, so I'll make a new copy and select all the back seats. So we will work with material later. and no need to go to isolate and select it again, and so I'm going to close this group and end isolation. Let me see what we did. No, I didn't deselect the wall, I just separate IDs. So this one I don't need, and this one is for seats. We don't need the black color, we need more like brown something. So I'm going to change some color, I'll make it lighter. Ooh, okay, no need to have a green color, something brown will be nice. Actually not bad, maybe a bit darker. Let me create some region in here. Yeah, I think it's good, I can keep it. What next? Also we can apply the wall material to the floor as well. It's kind of similar color, so I'll probably do that. So I'm select the floor and assign new material. Good, good. What else do we need? I think for now it's like good. So we separated, oh, almost good. We forgot about the table. For the table, we can assign the same color as we made for walls and floor. It's not super the same, but in the same tone, so will work, and also for the curtains as well. So I'll just make a new copy and select it all, or maybe just one part for table, yes, and another material, another copy for curtain, so it will be all separate, so we don't need to reassign new materials later. So okay, it's kind of, now we can see the whole picture. Well, this color is too much for the curtains, probably I will reduce the color like immediately now, and probably will do it lighter, so it will be more closer to what we need to get. Probably a bit more yellowish, bit less color, and now it's, oh, I want to make more color. Let me create the region so I will see the result. And we need to add the material for the top part of the curtains. So I need to select as well, probably on the bottom view, somewhere in here. I'll just select it all and just deselect everything that I don't need. So we need this part, and I'll just assign the black material. That will be enough. I mean the normal black that we add for everything else. Now is good. Guys, please keep all your questions to the end of the class, because I don't want to distract. I can see that you write a lot of stuff, but please, 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 please. Okay, let's go to materials. Always when you work with your interior, start work with the biggest part of your interior. So for example, here's the biggest area in our interior is the walls and the carpet. So we can start probably with the carpet, then we'll go to the walls, and little by little we'll create all materials. So let's do that. For the carpet, what I will do, I'll make a copy of the base material, or from the wall material, it doesn't matter. I need to assign new material, and we're going to select the texture. So the biggest part for your project is to find the right texture, because the designers give you examples of the of what they want to see, and you need to find it how it should be. So you're searching for the texture. So the main that I found, the first one, it was this carpet, and then you rework it and get the texture that you needed. So after that it become like that. I tried to apply it to my carpet. I didn't like that this part is black, more darker than this one, so I invert this map and got this one, and this result I like it much more. So from this we came to this texture. So you need to find the way how to create different kind of texture, because the original picture was let me show you the reference for this interior. So I needed to this kind of texture. So I tried to find something that I can do from one texture to another, and we got this kind of result. So I'm going to use this texture. It's like from the basic shops where the carpets are, you can buy it, so they put on the side some texture and you can download it and rework it as much as you like. So I'm going to use this texture and I will apply it to diffuse color. So let's put it on diffuse color and we'll see what we have. Probably it's too dark. Yeah, and we definitely don't need reflection for this material. So I'll select material first and put the level reflection to 0. And let's reduce color because it's super intensive. I'll put some color correction here, saturation lower, and probably I will make it lighter. Lighter, lower saturation till we get something that we will like. Probably a bit more lighter. And I will move the hue as well. Well, not that strong. I want to make it a little yellowish and nice. Next step, we will add some used stuff. So this carpet will be used, not just super new. We'll add more white areas in here, like in the original one. You can see these areas like someone walked there and got this kind of part. So maybe it's a new one and it just replicate like it used, but we try to create it. So I'm going to add composite mapping here, plug into layer 1. Think a bit. Okay, first I'll use some map. I have a different kind of dirt maps. You can find different kind of this kind of maps. You can use the texture comb. Just put in the search like dirt maps, or maybe Quixel, or just in Google some dirt map, and it will give you a lot of options and you can pick whatever you like it and try different kind of maps. So I'm going to use this one. I'll need to add new layer in composite, so I'll add a new layer first. Next, I'll plug in this map to layer to mask. I need to see how this mask in the viewport looks like. So the white parts that will be for layer 2. The dark parts, it will be layer 1. So depends on it. You need to add the color that you want to. I can create just regular color by color correction, or you can use Corona map, Corona color, whatever. It doesn't matter, we need just color, nothing else. So I'll add color correction, and I will need to select some maybe light patterns here, and maybe we will make it even more lighter, something like that. Probably it will be enough, we'll see. And I'll plug in into layer 2. Now we'll see. Ooh, probably that's too much, but in general it looks kind of interesting. Well, we can work with some different styles in composite. You can change normal to, for example, soft light. Well, I don't see the result any of this map at all. Maybe you can use some screen, so you can try different styles if you want. Actually, maybe not bad, but I'll probably make this color a bit darker for now. Maybe less color. We don't need that super colored map, right? And also I can use opacity, so if I don't need that super strong mask on my carpet, I can just select my composite and just reduce opacity like for 50%. Maybe it's enough, maybe if too much, well, I can reduce it as well. Well, 30 looks kind of cool, I think. But probably the texture of this carpet is too intensive in general, so we can override with some color. How we can do that? We can just simply copy color correction, we can select the color from the main texture. So just dark main texture color will be selected, and we can plug into new layer. So composite, we need to add new layer first. After that, we'll just plug into layer 3, and it overrides everything that was before this map. And now we can just reduce the opacity, and we'll get this mix with main color, with the texture, with mask, with everything. So I'll just reduce it. Probably we just need a little bit, not too much. 20. Let me see, 30 again. And 0. Yeah, you can see the 0 result, like super intensive. 20, actually not bad. 30, not bad as well. Maybe something in the middle, 25 will be good, I think. And what else? Definitely we need to add some displacement that will add some volume stuff for our carpets, for all these needles in it, and also the normal map as well. So how we can do that? I'll probably just delete diffuse map for now. Yep, so we'll see the result of the displacement for normal. And so so for this carpet, I'm going to use, let me show you. I found on the Quixel pretty cool shader. So I'm going to use displacement and normal map from this material, well, from this shader. And it will give pretty interesting result for this kind of fabric. So when you do some materials, always cool to mix different maps, different textures, even if like 2 different shaders you found somewhere on Quixel, on texture.com, you can just mix them and you will get much more interesting result than if you will use just one shader on the model. It's not necessary, it's just my suggestion that you can do that if you want to. So I'm going to select the map for displacement and normal. What the name of it? Let me, the name is here. Okay, let me find it in the folder now. Yeah, this one, displacement, and normal one is always violet. So I'll just drag into material editor. Let me plug in this normal map for maps, Corona normal, and plug into normal for sure. Here we need to tick box add gamma to input. It's super needed because you will get the error if you won't do that. And now I can plug into bump. Okay, let me come closer with 2-pan zoom mode. I have this tool in my shortcuts. You can customize it if you want to for yourself, or you can just go to plus and pan zoom in here. So here is my button for this function. And now I can come closer and see the result in my render. And I can see the direction is not that I want to. So I'm going to rotate this map so to 90 degrees. And probably it's too big. Yeah, we need to change the tiling of it, so maybe 2. 2 maybe is fine, maybe 3. And it looks good. Also, you can change the different swaps in this normal map, so you can try like flip red color. So this map has like different colors. You can see the violet, the pink one, the green one. So you can swap this color and you will get a little different results. So some will go up, other color will go down, and depends how it flipped, you will see the different results. So you can select it, flipped it, maybe, oh, actually this one is much better than the previous one. You can flip the green color, it's almost the same. You can swap the red and green, but well, actually this one looks not bad as well, but I like the flipped red more. Do we need the strong? I think it's fine. Now we can add some displacement if we need, but in general the normal map is kinda enough, probably. So if your computer is not super strong, you can use just Corona normal, probably for this specific material, because displacement is like take a lot of power of your computer. So if it's not strong and you have a lot of displacement, it can just not render the picture for you. So be careful with that. If it's not super necessary, you can just keep only Corona normal. But I will add some displacement, we'll see what we will have. So I will use modifier current displacement mode, and I need to add map in there, but make sure that the parameter of this map the same as normal one. So we have here like tiling 3 and rotation for 90 degrees. So we will do the same in displacement map. So I'm going to select it, tiling will be 3 and rotation for 90 degrees. Okay, now I will drag this map into the no map as instance, and let me come closer to see what we have. Let me delete all the regions and I'll create the new one, so we'll see some results. So I'll probably add some amount in here, so it will be a little intensive. Probably we don't need that super strong. Actually, I don't see the huge difference, but maybe there is. And one more thing, the Corona interactive render not always show the result of Corona displacement mode. So if you want to see the real result of Corona displacement mode, you need to start the production render, so you will see the result. Oh, just in case, I will restart the render. Maybe it will show the result, but I don't see much. Let me turn off this map. Maybe I will see now. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Okay, I can do like -5 in here. Maybe it will show me something. Yeah, I can see a little bit of this. So, okay, I can put more power in here. So 25, maybe we'll see more. No, that's too much, 20. Well, maybe in the mix with the normal and displacement it will be fine. Well, 20, I don't like 20. So 0 in here. Ooh, -2 in here. A little bit. As you can see, that in this case displacement is not super show the result, but we can keep it. I don't mind actually. Yeah, a little bit. And now I'll just plug in the normal map. Maybe I'll just reduce a little bit of its intensity, so it won't be super strong, but in general it's kind of cool. So let me back to the camera now, and I need to return my diffuse color, and we will see what we have. Kind of nice, but I want this side a bit more darker. So how can I do that? I can add some fall off, for example, and it will make this side more darker. So I'll just add fall off, plug into diffuse color to see the result. I'll make the curve darker, so this part will be more darker than the top one. So I'll add some point to the curve, make it Bezier smooth, and just put it down a little bit. And now it's much better. Now we need to connect this map to the map 1. I'll add some color correction, so we will create the difference between the colors, and plug into map 2. So map 2, since follow has the second map is white, it should be whiter, I mean the brighter. So I will select it and make it a little lighter, and we'll back to our result. Well, lighter. Also you can make the map 2 darker if you want this side much darker, so I'll add a new color correction and make it darker. Advanced and gamma lower. maybe it's too much. Yeah, it's good, I think. So, guys, how you find this video for now? If you like it, you can always put some thumb ups to this video, so I will see that you really enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of the interesting tutorials. Okay, let's move on. Let's do some curtains in here. What I will do, I need to select this material from the viewport. Here's it, and now we need to work a little bit with translucency. Always cool, add some translucency for the curtains. It will give you opportunity to light go through your curtains, and it will give you much more realistic results. So I'm going to select some of my favorite map. You can find something line and texture in Google and make it more contrasted if you want to in Photoshop, and you will get such a texture. I don't remember actually where I found this one, but in general it's good. So let's plug in this map to translucency fraction. So translucency has two options. The main translucency, it works with color, and you can work with this parameter, so you not necessarily need to increase it. You can just put map in here and work with the map. So you can see that the dark parts are not translucent, and the light parts, like white parts, give the opportunity of the light go through your curtains. So you put in the comments. You can put the thumbs in the video below the main video if you like it. So let's work with this translucency. We need to reduce this intensity is too much, so I'm going to select material, go down to all maps, and I'll just decrease this parameter so it won't be that intensity, because in general it's just a little light go through this curtain, so we need to get such a result. So we need a little of this parameter, so maybe 20. Oh, I wanted to put 20, and let me zoom here a bit so we'll see it's much more closer. And don't forget to check how your texture look on your model, because I have unwrap in here, so I'm sure that my texture is fine. But if you download it from somewhere, curtains or other models, always check how the texture look on it, and if it's not good, you can change the tiling or redo unwrap or UV map or something like that. So this curtains was made in Marvelous Designer, so I'm sure that everything is fine with that. But I need to reduce intensity of fraction more. It's still a lot. 10 is kind of good. Next, we can add opacity. Not only in translucency, also opacity. I will use for it the fall-off map and plug into opacity color. Yeah, and it's like super opacity now. I need to decrease intensity as well, and super a lot. So I can do 20 and probably even more. 10, 5, still a lot. Still a lot. Okay, let me 1. Do we need opacity as well? Yeah, actually we do. Even 1% give us a little nicer result. So 1 is good, we can keep it. Next, what we'll do, we can add some fall-off for the color and work with fabric textures. So first fall-off, then we'll add some texture so it will be more visible, because we can see the texture only on opacity parts, and here is like super clear solid color. It's not good because every single cloth has some texture, right? So I'll going to add some fall-off in here. Let me zoom out so we'll see this curtain in general. All depends what kind of material you want to get. If you want to like silky or velvet or something, you always can rework it with curve fall off, we need something in the middle, like more linen, cotton, something like that, nothing shiny. So I'm going to add new point for fall off, Bezier smooth, and what we'll need, darker or lighter. Probably we need more light parts in here, so I'll just move it up a little bit, maybe somewhere in here. Maybe. Okay, let's try with this kind of curve. Okay, I think we can add some texture. I found some beautiful texture, like kind of rough, but sometimes it's cool to add some rough texture for your objects, for the chairs, for the curtains, so it will be more visible, so you will see all the details. So we will going to use this texture for the curtains. Like, it's super rough, it's not even maybe fit for it, but in general it should looks good. So let's try to add it. Let me find it. This one, yes, this one. So I'll drag it in here and going to plug into map 1. I can immediately add some color correction because we don't need that super intensive color in here. I reduce saturation and probably I'll make it darker because it's too light. Something like that, I think. And for the second color, actually, maybe I shouldn't even apply the second color. I like how it mixed just with color, not with texture. And you can see that our curtains is become much more interesting, right? So maybe not the white color on the second color fall off. Actually, the white color is even not bad, maybe a little more darker, right? So I'll select fall off, the second white color. Maybe I'll just pick it from here, but definitely I'll make it lighter. I just need the tone of the curtains, but it's too much saturation, so I'll reduce saturation just a bit darker, and it's become much more softer. So kind of nice. Okay, let me look at these curtains in general from the camera, and we'll see what we will do next. Guys, please keep all your questions till the end of the workshop and I will reply for everything. Okay, I want to make this part much more lighter because like super heavy on your head, so I want to make it now. So I'll select material for the ceiling. I don't remember if it's the same material with baseboard. Yeah, I think it's the same, so I'll make a copy to make sure that it will be separated and apply for the ceiling. Let me create the region in here and I'll make it lighter. Yeah, much better. That's too much. Maybe I will increase a little more exposure. Cheating! Okay, kidding. Well, that's too much. Okay, and probably I will add some color, more greenish, so it won't be that red. So I need to add some color to reduce my red color. Well, that's too greenish. I know, but I'm trying. I'm trying to get nice result. Oh, kind of cool. Okay, let's work with this color of the baseboard and cornice. Maybe for cornice a little different color. Maybe I'll try the same as for ceiling. Let me select it, apply. Maybe it's too light, but in general it's fine. What I can do, I can add, for example, Aero Map for cornice, for baseboard. It's always good to add some Aero Map. It will make your I just more detail it, so I'm going to add it to diffuse color. It changed the color because unclear color is white, so I'm going to just copy the diffuse color and apply it in here, so it will be the same. And we definitely distance need to reduce. Yeah, now it's much better, much lighter, and edges more visible. Good. Maybe it's too greenish. Well, we always can reduce some saturation and a little lighter, maybe. Maybe a little. Okay, good. Next, I'll probably use the same tone for the baseboard because like super white. I just create a copy of this material and just the baseboard in here. Let me apply this material and I'll make it just a little darker because like super light, I don't really like that it's super whitish. So I'll just reduce it so it won't be that super duper light. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Better? I think it's better, right? Maybe a little more color. We can do that. Ooh, yeah, I like it actually. The color is good in here, like super good. And also I'll pay you attention, so you always should have the gaps between the floor and your baseboards, between the objects and your carpets. It will give you so much more realistic for your render. So if you create your own materials, always a little lift up of your object, so you will get this beautiful gap, you will get the shadows in there, and it will be much more better. So let's move on. Walls. I think we should create walls. It's almost ready. What we can add? We can add some colors, so it won't be that super solid. We can add some mask, mix a little color. Also, we can add some texture for the wall, like plastic, concrete, something like that. So let's do that. I will select this material and we will mix something with map. So what we'll do, I'll probably will add some mix map. I don't need probably a lot of different maps in here. And also I'm going to use, let me show you, yeah, this shader, but I'm going to use just, I think, roughness. I'm not so sure, but let me check. Roughness, and I will mix my material, my colors by this map. So some dark part will be one color, and other parts will be another color, and we will get a little difference. Yeah, roughness, this one. Okay, let me drag into material editor and we will start our mixing. First, I probably will do just the front wall. Mix amount, and I can copy this color immediately and put it into the mix for the both colors. Then we will add some difference, but first I want to see how the mask look on our walls. Maybe we should add some UV map or stuff or something like that. So I'll show it in my viewport, and yeah, we definitely need it because it's super stretched for now. So I'm going to select my walls and add just basic UV map as box type. And it's too huge, probably I will just make it lower, well, around 3000. So the texture is rectangular, so we can do all the coordinates the same amount, so around 3000. So 3000 we'll put, and it should be fine. Yep, kind of cool. If you don't like the pattern on this wall, you always can go to Gizmo and move it by any of coordinates. Well, probably this one. If you don't like it, if you like it, you can keep it. All depends on you. So let's mix our colors so we will see some difference between it. So probably I will make the second color, the lighter one, lighter. I reduce color, maybe a bit darker, and we can see some difference. Probably the second one I will make the darker. Let me zoom closer so we'll see more details in here. We don't need super strong intensive difference between this color, so like super natural nice walls. Actually looks good. I think it's like a little difference between the color, but it will gives you much more interesting result than it was before, like plain super solid color, right? So I think it's good. We can do the same with the red wall, and I'll just make a copy of this mix, create a copy of diffuse color from this material and put in the mix map, paste for 2 colors, and I can plug into diffuse color. Right, now we can create some difference between the colors, but first I will zoom in closer to viewport, in the viewport, so we will see some result in here. Okay, let me create some region, I don't know, in these areas, for example, and we'll start to mix our colors. What I can do less saturation, lighter, the first one, the light one. Probably I'll make the second one darker. Okay, after save. We need to save at least once, just in case the max will crash, and no need to redo it all over again. Probably I will make it a little more darker. Maybe a little more color, we'll see. But it's too light compared to it was before, so I'll probably make the dark one even darker, so it will back to the main gamma as it was before. Yeah, it's a bit closer, but still, well, actually maybe it's not bad. I can see the difference between the color. Let me check from the camera how it looks like. Maybe we will keep it, maybe not, we'll see. Let me compare it to original one. Well, yeah, we should add more color and make it darker, but in general it looks good. So I'll make it probably darker, 45, maybe a little more saturation for the dark one. Will work only for the dark one now. Let me check. Also we need probably rework a bit curves, and I will add some color to the white as well. So I'll just increase saturation a bit more. Let me check. Okay, maybe a little change hue to the red side. And let me see in general. So where is our curves? I want to add a little more contrast in here. Yeah, probably like that. Good. Okay. Let's add some displacement. Maybe just normal one. Okay, let's start with normal, and maybe we will add some displacement. We'll see. So for normal, I picked one of my favorite kind of shader. I like this plain terracotta. It looks super good on the walls, on different kind of objects, so you can use it like super nice, super cool. We're going to use, we'll start with normal one, and we'll see if we need displacement or not. So I'm going to add it in here. Yeah, this one. Let me plug into maps Corona normal and plug into normal. Don't forget to tip add gamma to input and plug into bump. And we see the result on this wall already, and it's like super, first strong, and second is like too big, it's like huge. We don't need that super big map, so we need to decrease styling and we need to decrease intensity for sure. So first I will decrease styling, so I'll see how it looks like. I mean decrease, make it smaller, but I will increase the amount, so it will be smaller. And tiling 2, well, 2 is much more better. Maybe 3. Should we make it smaller? No, I think it's fine, but we need to decrease intensity for sure, like super a lot. Maybe even for 0.1. Oh, maybe 2 is enough. Let me come closer. You won't see the super detailed result in Interactive, so you always need to do tested final render, so you will see how it looks like on the big size of the picture, because in Interactive it will looks fine, but in the big picture, big size of the picture, it will looks like not so good. So always do some tests before the real super final render. Actually, it's not bad. Maybe a little less, so 1 point probably 15 or 0.15 I think will be enough. Okay, and let's add this map for the first material. I'll just plug in. But since this wall is much further, you can increase this parameter, because it won't be visible at all, because the first front wall is like super close, it's super detailed. The far one is not detailed, so you can increase the amount so it will be visible, actually visible, because if not, it won't be visible at all. Well, if you need it. Just suggestion, but I probably will do that. I'm not sure how much do I need it. Let me check this area. Maybe no need. No, I don't see it at all, so I'll probably 0.4, maybe it will be enough. Yeah, I can see the scratches in this area, so I hope it's not too much. What I think is good. I think we can keep it. Displacement, I think no need, so normal. Well, actually we should. Because the normal map won't apply for the corners, and displacement it actually did apply, because it actually influenced on the real object, and normal BAMs is like fake volume of the object. So probably we should add specifically for the front wall. So let me add this map in here. So don't forget that the tiling have to be the same, so tiling 3 for displacement map as well. So we need to change it, and let me add Corona displacement mod and drag it in here. I'll turn off the normal maps for now, so we'll see how the main displacement works. And now I can see that it's like super strong. We tried to reduce the intensity in the normal map. Now we need to decrease intensity of the displacement map. It took the parameters from the previous displacement from the carpet, so we need to decrease it for sure. So probably, I don't know, some little amount in here. Let me zoom in. Yeah, I think that's enough. We don't need much more. Yeah, beautiful, nice parts of the walls. This looks good. Yep, and now we can back our normal in here. But make sure that both of them are mixed good, and you don't need to reduce more intensity of any of maps. So let me check after I return back my maps, so it won't be super strong. Well, probably a little bit strong. So I'll make a little less displacement, so it will be -1, 1. because I want just a little bit. Yep, and now it's perfect. Okay, good. Let's return to the camera. So guys, how do you like our workshop so far? If you like it, you know what to do. Subscribe to our channel and like this video, so I will see that you really enjoy it. Okay, so what we'll do next? Let's work with the table. Next we'll work with the chairs. So I'll make a region in here, and I'll select this material in the viewport. So first will be table in here. I'll move this material somewhere in here, and I need to pick some marble textures. So this one, you can find something similar and use it. I just found something in my computer, so I'll connect it to diffuse color, and let's work with it. So what we can do, first we need to show this map in the viewport. Always, because as I can see in the render, I don't see any of texture in it, so I need to check how it looks like. So I can see on the top it looks good, on the bottom parts none of the texture. So what we need to do, it's a group. Here is edit poly. I convert it into edit poly, and I will just add for whole group the UV maps. I hope it will work fine. So let me check the box type. It's kind of good, and I will do the same with the second one. So convert, edit, UV map, and box. Okay, and keep your question till the end of the webinar, please. So the intensity of the map is too strong, so I'll probably, what I can do, I can mix it with the main color. So I'll select the material. I will reduce this amount till I will like it. I just need not super strong texture, maybe even more, I mean less. So 50, I think could be. Okay, next one, we need to work with color. We should make it darker. Darker and less color. We missed something. We need this area more darker, this one is more lighter. Well, we can try to use fall off in here, but we reduce influence of the map, don't forget. So influence of the fall off will be reduced as well, but well, we can always back influence if we want to, but maybe it will be enough. So I connect the fall off and make the curve more darker. So I'll add some point, Bezier smooth, and put it down. So these parts will be much more darker. Or maybe, no, actually it's not bad. Yeah, maybe I'll return a little more amount of this map. Yeah, good. I'll redo this curve a little bit. I want some light parts as well, so I'll delete this point and I'll do next. So right click on one point, Bezier corner, and I'll just wait, I need to move it. I'll just wait, stop, I don't need new point, I need just right click, Bezier corner, yeah, and just move the curve. So I will get the dark part, and now I can work with light part as well. So I can do the same with the top point. So right click, Bezier corner, and add some lights in here. And you can see the edge of the table is much more lighter, and here as well. Now we can connect the map and work with the difference between the colors. So if I will need to change the color of the map, I will keep this color correction, and I'll just add two more color correction here. So I'll make a copy of it and connect this map. So for these two color correction and color correction for the fall-off. Okay, since we increase the intensity influence of the map, but we don't need that super strong visible texture, we can reduce influence in fall-off. So fall-off will be shown in diffuse, but the map will be decrease in fall-off, and it will mix with fall-off color, and that's how we'll mix the color and the texture. So what we can do? Probably I will work first with the gamma. So one map I need to much more darker. So the first one, advanced, and I'll just decrease this parameter. Let me see from the camera. So I'll see in general the colors, so they will fit to each other. Probably it's too greenish. Maybe I will add a little more red color, so it will fit to our curtains and stuff. Yeah, maybe. Okay, and this one, the second map, I will opposite make lighter, probably a little much more lighter. And I like this part. Good. Next one, we don't need super intensive map, so I'm going to fall off, select the color, and I'll just select the color from the texture. Now I can just decrease this parameter, and it will mix with the color. And you can see the texture is not super intensive now. I can decrease it even more if I want to, and it will be only color. And I can change the color if I want to. I can make it darker if I would like to. Yeah, and now it's much more interesting. Okay, good. The same we can do with a light color if you want to. So I'll select the color, select from the texture, and mix it a little bit. I wanted to put some numbers in there. It's quite good. And the top is light. Nice. We should increase a little bit of glossiness, so there will be more reflection on this material. So I'll select material, and I'll just increase glossiness a little bit. And now it's nice. Well, probably it's too much, but in general it's good. And you can see a little reflection in this area, and quite cute and nice. Okay. Actually, the top of the console we should make light as well, so I'll probably select the color from the baseboard, so it will be the same, maybe even all material from the baseboard. I think it will fit for the top of the console, so I'll make just copy of this material, select the top of it. I just need the top of it. Let me select it and assign this material. Yeah, I think it's good. Maybe I'll just increase the glossiness so it will be glossy. It should be glossy, I think. Yeah, actually it's super glossy. Have to be. So let's make it super glossy. Why not? I can change the reflection color, so it will take more light on it, and it will be much more reflection for this material. Well, maybe a little less of glossiness, so it won't be super glossy. And now it's good. Okay, let's work with chairs. We have 3 materials actually in here. So the first one, well, actually in 4, because the legs is 2 materials, like the bottom part and the main part, the seat and the back of the chair. So let's do all of it. Let's work with the seat first. I'll select this material from the view part. Let's move it in here. What we need to do? Well, for the fabrics, as you probably already know, always good to use fall-off. So first we work with fall-off, then we'll add some texture for the cloth, and probably we'll add some dirty parts, like I like to add for every single material, so it won't be like super plain, super super the same. For fabrics, we usually don't need reflection, so I'll just reduce it like to zero reflection, because kind of reflection of these little parts of fabrics of clothes fall-off gives you, so we can use just fall-off for it. So I'll plug in diffuse color. And the type of this fabric is kind of velvet, cotton, something like that. The gradient is pretty soft. Now we're at fall-off, and the gradient is like super sharp, so it's super contrasted. So if you want a more soft gradient of your fall-off, you can change its type. So here is a fall-off type. You can select the Fresnel, and the gradient will be much more soft. You can see it's like gives you much softer result. Also, if you pay attention, always make difference in your model. So for example, I have all seats in all chairs like all the same, but if I would make a perfect copy of this chair to here, you will see these bumps of this object in the second one, and it's, as you can guess, it's not too good. So always good to rotate a bit. If it's not possible to rotate the model of the part of the model, you can rotate the texture in later. So for this specific chair, I rotated the seats, so you will get the different result of it. So it's one of important things as well. So fall-off, what we can do, what we need, actually even the default type is kind of good. Maybe we don't even need to change the curve, maybe a little lighter, maybe. Okay, let me add the point in here, Bezier smooth, and guide the question till the end of the workshop. I will answer them all. So let me add this curve a little lighter. And if you enjoy this video, you know what to do, right? Or should I remind you? I just say it because it was after say, but I don't mind if you put some thumbs to this video at all. So probably a little lighter. But I wanted to keep this dark part, maybe darker, not lighter. Let me see. Yeah, probably darker, because I like this beautiful dark side and the top is light. Okay. Next, what we can do? What do we have actually for this chair? Probably this map that we used for curtains. I created the contrasted map for it. Just desaturated at some curves or levels, so there will be more light parts and more dark parts, and you can use this map as mask, for example, and mix the color for your materials. So that's what we will do. And probably I will add some mix maps in here, mix some mount, and select the color from material. So copy, put in mix, paste. I'll delete the fall-off for now. From diffuse color to rework the color of the chair. So we need to mix the colors in here, and it will give us the texture of the fabric. So they will be different in the color, and the fabric will be more visible. So let me come closer so we'll see the details, and even a little more of change of one color and you will get the result. But probably I need to reduce a little of saturation from the top one, and maybe a little darker, maybe. Okay, well, maybe a little lighter. And I will reduce saturation for the second material as well, so it won't be that super And let me check from the camera. So the tone of the seats will fit to all our objects. Yeah, it's good, I think, but probably the difference is too strong, so I'll make this second material a little darker, so it won't be that strong difference between the colors. Okay, good. Next, we'll add some dirty parts for this material. So I'm going to add Composite Map. To layer 1, we will put the mix. Oh, I probably could do everything in the mix, but I don't know why I didn't do that. Well, you could mix first the color in composite, then add some dirty. Well, it doesn't matter. You can do in different variants every single map, so it doesn't matter. Just important thing is the result, right? So let's select some dirty map. Well, I can use the same actually. It doesn't really matter, I think. We'll see how it will look on our object. So composite, I need to add new layer in here. And plug into layer 2 mask. And what we will add, probably the light dirty for our chair, right? So I'll probably just, well, I can add color correction, for instance, in here and just make it lighter. Why not? Not just color. Okay, color correction, layer 2, and show it in the viewport. Let me check. Yeah, I think it's good. So we can now make the color correction a little lighter, and we'll give get the difference for the mask. Okay, probably. And that's too much, but actually not bad. But in our case, it's too much, right? So probably 1.2. Maybe a little less, like super native difference between the colors. Yeah, nice one. What else we can do? Well, we can definitely apply and connect this map to the fall-off and add difference in the colors. So I'll connect to the first map and into diffuse color. Okay, and I need color correction, connect to it, and into map 2. Okay, this map I can make lighter a bit, and we will get the difference for our fall-off. And I want this side much more darker, so I'll add one more color correction for the map 1 and make it darker. Much better now. Let me see from the camera. Isn't too dark? No, actually it's not. It's perfect. Okay, good. Well, you can add this map for bump, for example, if you want to. Why not? But I don't think that we really need it. But a little bump, I think, would be nice. But not that strong for sure, so I'll reduce the intensity of it. Definitely for fabric it's like super low, like 0.1, 0.2 is enough. Okay, and let's work with the top side of material. Let me select it from the viewport. I hope it's it. Yeah, we did. Let me select it one more time. Yeah. Another one, it was for legs. So I'll move it in here, and the same as with the carpet. So the main texture was look like that. I didn't found any of fabrics that look exactly the same, but I found something similar and recreated, add some stuff in it to make the same impression for my picture. So this is the original one, this one is the render one. It's not the same, but impression is kind of the same mood, the same impression. It's similar, so you can rework your texture so it will give the specific impression of the texture, of the materials, of the stuff that you will need to get. So how we did that? So the main picture that I found, it was like, I didn't can open it. So the main was like that. So it's like one color, another color, that's it. And you can see in the texture that it has different colors, like 1, 2, 3, at least 3 colors on one texture. So we need to do something like that. So I just make the copy of the color. You can select it by range, like select color range, and for example this one, and you can select and make a copy of it and move it, and you will get kind of result, and it will be much interesting. Then you can change some type of this layer, and you will get something like that. So for example, for this layer I'll pick the linear burn, and it gives me this kind of result. Next, I rework the background, so I will need to add some color, more darker, more colored. So I select the background and just fill it up with the color, and the final result looks like that. Also, if you need to rework it with in the 3ds Max, you always can create the mask for it. Why it's not showing up? And the mask will look like that, so you can change background if you want to. So different type, how you can create different texture, like work with your mind how you can do that. It's always interesting, like task, how you can create one or another, and it always cool when you get result that you really wanted. So let's do that. So material, let's plug in this map. No, first I will add fall off. We will work with the curve, and then we'll work with the color. We'll do the same. I will change the type for Fresnel. Okay. Do we need to change curve? Well, we can do a little bit. Not so sure. Lighter, darker. We'll see. Bezier smooth. I don't need another one. I just need to move it. Maybe. Okay, we'll try. Now we will work with the color. I'll just change it. And we need to make it much more darker. So color correction, advanced, and change the gamma. And less color for sure. So it will be fit for the bottom one. Okay, good. Maybe a little lighter. Little. Well, maybe a little less lighter. Okay, next what we can do. As I can say, if you want to change the background, because I can see that it's super light, for example, on this chair, so you can use that mask and change the background in the max. So I'll add composite, layer 1. And you can see that all texture in my chairs are different. So when you add your chairs, move your texture so it will look on every single one is different. Well, all depends of what you want to get, but usually it can be the same pattern on every single object. So always move a little bit so it won't be the same. It will add you much more realistic view for your renders. So composite, we need to add new layer. I will select this mask, drag in here, plug into layer 2 mask, And now we can add some color. Color correction. I'll probably just select the color and select it from here. We'll see what we will have. It will be the same for now, I think. But we will make it a little darker. And we'll get some results. So probably advanced. I think much longer now. Okay. Okay, let me make it darker. And less saturation. And probably even more darker. And less saturation. I want some gray color in here. And we got, as you can see, the next color, like much more color because of this mask. Because I moved a little in different direction and we get such a result. And it's kind of nice. Yeah, I think we can keep it. And one more thing, we should add the texture as we get in the seed, because now it's just picture and we need to add like actual fabric texture, so we can do it in composite as well. Composite. So just add the new layer and copy the map from the seat of the chair. And now I need to, well, I can plug in just in layer 3, I think. We'll see what we will have. But we need to check the size for both of the maps the same, because on the top is much more bigger, so I'll increase tiling in here so it will be smaller. And more. 2 is not enough. 3 and 3. Come on, think faster. So if we want to mix this map with all our layers, we can change just the style of this map. For example, like we use a screen or a soft light or something like that, that will fit and gives you a result that you like. For example, soft light, it will just super mix this map. Let me come closer. I can even see in the viewport how it looks like, but it's too strong. So in general it's good, but we can reduce opacity and probably it will be good. So let me reduce it. We just need a native texture, not super strong. Like there is fabric exist, and even like that it looks pretty good. Let me check for the bottom one. So it will be kind of similar, and I think it's fine. Maybe a little less, maybe. Okay, and also we can put this map to the bump, and intensity is much less. So select material and the same 0.1 as we add for the seats. Okay, let me see how it looks in general, and how do you like our results so far? Well, we made kind of a lot of stuff in here. We can create, for example, the picture, the lamp, and we'll see. So let's start with the lamp. I hope you didn't fall asleep yet. You can put some signs, write some comments. I will see that you're still alive. And we'll work with this lamp. So we need some glass material, some shiny, some nicey. So we can start with the base glass material, like a black diffuse color. What we can add? Refraction, like Actually, I like even like that, but probably we don't need that super translucent glass, so I'll reduce refraction a bit. What I can do? Well, I can reduce the color of reflection a bit, but this black color we don't need for sure, so we can add some translucency and it will be more shiny. But we don't need that super whitey white color in translucency because, like, well, come on. The one super white object in our interior like looks super weird, right? So I will add some color so it will fit to our object. Like even like that, it looks good. Maybe a little more translucency, maybe. Let me check. Yeah, probably we should make it even darker. Oh, guys, are you alive? Don't see any of signs or something. Let me know. Maybe more greenish. I think something like that looks good. Yeah. Okay, next one is picture. Ooh, I probably... it's a glass material in the picture. Well, kinda interesting, but not what we actually needed, right? So I'll make a copy of this white material and apply it into our art. Okay. The story with the picture is the same. You just search for something similar and recreate the impression of it. So I found this kind of art and create something like that. And I will use this picture. I made a mask as always, so I can rework the background, and let's do that. All alive. Okay, good. So diffuse color. We don't need reflection, so I'll put 0 to level reflection. We need to change the color of the picture because it's like the colors are super intensive, so saturation is lower. So you can see that I'm not doing the texture in the Photoshop like super perfectly like I need it. I just redo them in 3ds Max as much as I want to. So you just need to create some general picture in the Photoshop and then you can use and change it in 3ds Max. So what do we need? Actually, yeah, a bit more saturation and it will be okay. Come on. And and let's add some composite, so we will rework the background. So composite map to the layer 1. And new layer, the mask for this layer. Let's add it to layer 2 mask. And change the background color. So I can just select the color from diffuse and put it in the color correction, for example. Paste in here. And let's plug into layer 2 and we'll see what we have. Isn't too light? Yeah, probably we should make it a little darker. So advanced and a little darker. I think so low. Come on. Okay, a 0.8. Maybe it will be enough. Okay, and probably I'll make this books white as well, so that won't be that pinky. So I'll create just material. If you put some books, you can use their material and use them, but for now the white ones will be nice as well. Maybe I'll make them a little darker and it's good. Okay, what else left? Well. The flowers and the red stuff in here. Well, we can create the material for the red and create the flowers. Okay, let's do that. I hope you have some force to see these materials, so let's create them. I'll make a copy of the black one and I'll just select these two objects and apply new material. I need to make it red. It's like super dark, strong, red color, probably like that. Well, a bit more in here. Okay, let me add some glossiness in here, maybe even more. Maybe I'll change the reflection color so it will be more shiny. Well, a little less of glossiness. Well, reflection a little less. Color. Yeah. Well, if you want to, you can a little increase the EOR. It's like more for metallic, but it will more shiny reflect on your object, so you can increase it a little bit. If you need to more color, probably will add a little more color in here as well, and probably a little more reddish, but in general it's good. Maybe less glossiness, maybe. Okay. Also, this part of the decor we need to make more shiny, so I'll just select this material, or probably I'll just create the new one, so we'll make the kind of mirror red material for the middle part. So let me add, and feel free to experiment with these black parts, like add some masks, so you will get some sharp stretches on this object, on this one. So I'll left it for you. I think you will know for sure how to do that. So let me add some mirrored material for this part. I'll make the glossiness 1 probably. Even like that it's enough. Maybe I'll increase a little more EOR in here, maybe even more, 3, and probably I'll make lighter the reflect color. Yeah, it's much more mirrored now, it's good. Probably glossiness a little lower, and it will be nice. So I will add just color for this part. Let me show you what I used for it. Oh, we can recreate it, right? So it will be fast. It's like from organic shader I use for this decor to create this kind of stuff. So let's do that. I think it will be fast. So I'll create the new material. I'll select this object, assign new material, and let me add displacement map in here. I'll plug into displacement and add displacement mode in here. So let me show this texture in the viewport. I think it's fine. And check how displacement looks like. Probably we'll need to make it much more intensive. So probably I'll add some 20, 100. It's not working. It's not working because I didn't put the map in displacement. That's why. So I'll put in here. Maybe we should keep it like that. Kind of nice. What do you think? It's probably absolutely different that we wanted to get, but in general it's look pretty interesting. Maybe even more interesting than it was before, or something like that. Kind of cool. Okay, I should keep like that, so you can see what you can do with displacement mode if you will try different stuff. As I said, I took it just from organic, but from two spheres, you got such a result. So interesting. Let me put diffuse map into here, and we'll change the color a bit. So saturation a little lower. Let me check. Oh, okay. Could be. Even this one I like more than it was before, so let's keep it. I'll probably add some reflection here. So glossiness lower, the color refraction darker. If you want these middle parts make more darker, you can use, well, you can use map for it. So probably you can add some composite map in here, add some new layer. I can try to use the displacement map if I can try, but I need to invert it so the middle parts will be white, so I can connect to the layer 2, or you can swap the texture, it doesn't really matter. So I can add some color correction here, even the black one, and invert this map. Output, invert, and you can see the middle parts are much more darker, but I don't need that super duper strong dark color. So I'll select from here and just make it a little darker, and also I can change the curves of this map, so there will be more black color on this map. So you can see I just experimented with this ways. I wanted to just put a little of this displacement, but we start to work with the middle parts, with the stuff, and so on. You can see the we got more black color, and the middle just more focused. If you don't need that strong, you always can reduce opacity. You can just change to, I don't know, multiply, it will be much more darker, or I don't know, overlay, and change opacity, for example. Okay, well, maybe a little more. So with, pick what you like. There is always option how you can do the stuff. So last thing, well, two last things, well, three last things. Always lying to you, right? So we didn't finish actually our chairs. We need to do the legs. Actually, I like this color even like that. I didn't notice that we didn't change it, but well, if I remember it, I can do it, right? We can create the multi-sub-object material. That should be a two different type of IDs. I hope so. That I don't need to change it. Well, we'll see. But I did wrong a little bit. So the easier way to do that will be select material from the legs. So we don't need to pick it again in the view part, and the material multi-sub-object will be already on the object. So just select this material and change it to multi-sub-object material. So right click, change material map type, and select multi-sub-object, and keep this material. And now you can see this legs is number 1, and the second one is black. There is no material, so I can just make a copy of the black one and assign it to number 2, and it changed its color. So let me rework the color of the main. The black one I think is fine, so we need to just change this one to a little more yellowish, and maybe change a little of glossiness. So that's all we need to do for this material. Okay, so I'll probably make it more yellowish, maybe a little darker, and change a little of glossiness, so it will be a little more shiny. Maybe a little darker. I think that's it that we need to do for these legs. It's not super metallic or something. and the colors fit maybe a little more darker, so 50 I think will be enough. Okay, that's it for the legs, and the vase is fine. We can add some Aero Map in here and it will be enough, and the flowers is left. So let's do that. I'll select this material, I'll make a copy of it, it's for vase. And I'll just add some, where's my maps? Some Corona Aero. I'll select the color from diffuse. I'll add to Aero and plug into diffuse color. That's all, I think. Maybe a little more glossiness, and definitely I don't need that super strong distance. So probably 10, 6, 5, it's enough. I don't really want to change the glossiness of it, I kind of like it, so I'll keep it. So let's go to the final flowers. What we can do? I'll just make a copy of this material. We just need to add texture for it, so I need to select these flowers in the view part. Hey, I want to select you. Hey, like that, okay. And assign new material. Now we need to get the texture of it, so I also worked a little bit of the texture, so the main one was like that, but the steams was super intensive, so I just Photoshop it a little bit with a brush. That's it, so it won't be that intensive. You can do the same if you'll use this model or some other, or if you don't like some kind of parts of the texture, you can always reduce something in Photoshop and get the result that you like. So I'm going to plug into diffuse color and let's see what we have. Okay, so I need to work the color a little bit, make it less pinky probably. So color correction here and advanced, maybe hue, just hue. Okay, maybe less saturation. Okay, and for the flowers, we will add, like for the curtains, for the flowers, for the plants, usually we need to add some translucency. So I'll just make the copy of the color correction and plug in this map to translucency color. So instead of the color of translucency, we will use the map. But now we need to increase the fraction, so we will see some result. And now you can see that the light is coming through the flowers, but we need not that strong translucency at first, and second one, we probably need this map make much lighter. Well, maybe not much, maybe a little less, a little lighter. We'll see. Well, that's too much, and maybe I'll return saturation and it looks much better. Also probably we don't need that super strong reflection, so I'll reduce the color or reflection for it. Well, maybe a little more, and we can reduce the glossiness, so because the flowers won't be super shiny, right? And also we can apply the similar material but with the other texture, since we have in these flowers. You can find this model in the description if you want to use it, or you can use some other, but for this one I'll create the new material. So I'll just make the copy and change the texture to another one. I have the second texture, so I will use it for some of the flowers, so it won't be all the same. Okay, plug in and select in the view part one of the part. Yeah, I think it's enough. Let me assign. But here's, I think, too much greenish and too much intense, so probably don't even need color correction. Yeah, I think so. And now it's much better. Probably I'll make this color a little lighter, so it won't be that super darkish. So diffuse color just lighter, maybe a little more saturation. Nice. I think nice. Let me see the main picture of it. So the guys, we didn't do the floor, but I'm sure that it's super easy. You will do that. Probably I want to reduce a little of light of the sun. Maybe it's too intensive, so maybe a little less. 15 I can. Okay, one. Little softer, I think would be nice. What else I can do? I can maybe a little less saturation for whole picture. Maybe. Should I? Yeah, I think it could be. What else? If you like this video, you know what to do. You can subscribe to our channel. You can put some likes to this video if you enjoy it, because we trying to do the best for you. Also, you can find this texture in the description as well. It's terrazza. I think I have somewhere in here. You can use it for to replicate this render. Just don't forget to apply some UV map so it will fit for your interior. And I will put the picture render for final, so we will see the final result. If you have any questions, you can ask now. I will reply to all of them. For final render, I need just, what do I need? I need the size, well, 2000, well, I can put the 3000 here, and probably I will add some denoiser in here. That's it. That's all I need for the final render. And just click on the render, and we will see result in few minutes after I will probably reply to your questions. But before I will answer your question, maybe you don't know, but beside the main masterclass, we also have the big super intensive course for the beginners, for the persons who never work in 3ds Max, who work a little bit, who not so sure how to work in 3ds Max and want to improve some skills, or fill the gaps that the learning is missing. So everything of it you can find in our course that will start on August 8th, so super soon. We will do this render, we'll do all the parts of the project, so there will be modeling, the lighting will be a lot of different texture. I will explain you the basics, I will explain you tools, where you have to use it, when you have to use it, how you have to use it, how to work with different texture, how to work with different mesh, and how to create such models and get such a result. And after that, when you will finish this super intensive course, you will get the beautiful renders for your portfolio that you can use to apply for work that you always wanted in 3D world, and create your own projects by yourself, when you will have some big package of huge knowledge of this complicated program, and you will understand how to create stuff in much easier way than you thought before. Because yes, here's a lot of tools, here's a lot of options, but when you get the logic of this program, it will be much easier to create your own stuff, and you will think, so this thing I can create in this way, and in that way. So it will give you the information how you can create your own stuff, how you can do it, how you can think, in which way you should look to create such a result. So all of this will be in the course. It will be super intensive. We will have intensive work for 4 weeks. Every week we will have 4 lessons, online lessons. I will explain you all stuff, and you will do some homeworks, and in the end you will get such a cool results, and you will get such a cool work in your portfolio that you will proud of. So by yourself, by your own hands, you will create this such an interior. You can find any other frames for this interior. You can create some new light maybe for this, because there will be different frames. you will need to create some different lights, so it will give the food for your brain, so you will work hard, but the result worth it. So if you want to know more, if you want to get much more knowledge of this complicated but super interesting program and create the super cool beautiful renders, welcome to our course, and I will show you how you can do that. And after that you will be much more confident in what you do or what you will do. So here is me. As you can know, that's our team. You can read about this course more specific. Antonina will send you a link to the chat and you will read more information of it, what we will have, what we will learn, what we will get, what you will get, how it will all goes. You can read a little bit of me, you can read the reviews of our students for previous courses. That's all, it's their works, they did it by themselves, so you can get the cool result if you apply for this course, and you will I'm sure you will be happy with your result when you will finish it. So try it if you want to, and if you decided to apply or not so sure but you have some questions, you can apply now and we will call you and give you all answers or help you to apply for this course, so you will join our team and get this such a cool result of them after the course. If you have more questions, also you can apply. So I hope you enjoyed our workshop today. Now I will see for your questions. I will answer your questions. We will see the result that is rendering in our 3ds Max. And don't forget, the seats of this course is not super a lot. So as earlier you will apply, as more chance that you will get on this course, not the next one. So let me open the YouTube and I will see your questions now. Hi, can you please do tutorial exterior? Thank you so much. Well, exterior is due Daniel. You can check our previous masterclass workshops. There are a lot of exteriors as well, so you can check them out. In the future will be as well. So exteriors in our channel, just subscribe to our channel and you will get all updates that you will get, that we will do new videos, workshops, and a lot of different stuff. So subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed, and we'll go next. Already check it. What is the setting for the final render in interior, like denoising, minutes, opacity? Well, you saw that I add it just the size of the picture, the denoiser. If you want to put some limits, you can put the limits by noise level, for example. You can check the noise level in stats. Now we can have 9% of the noise. The normal one is like 2-3%. You can stop your render, it will be normal. So you can put the limit 2-3% and it will stop when it will get such a result. Or you can put the time limit if you want to. If you don't have a lot of time, you just can put on 15 minutes for the picture and it will render just for 15 minutes. For now I didn't put anything, so I will see the noise result, noise level, and then I will just stop, and the noiser will be after I'll click on the stop button. Did you change the room? I'm not so sure what you asking about. Ask more specific question, please. Could we find the photo reference anywhere? Or we have the link in the following material. Yeah, you have all materials in the description to this video, so check it out. There it will be seen almost with every materials in here. I was wondering if you use gamma 1 or 2.2. I have the default gamma, so I didn't change it, so it's 2.2. So gamma have to be 2.2. Yeah, see, I didn't change it. Default gamma. What have I to prepare to before I get the course? Do you teach how we can make mountain, river and snow, composite them in the same? Well, the first one, you can try to do workshops. You can join our mini course, check it out in our community. We always put some mini courses. You can do it, so it will be easier for you to join the course. But in general, you can join it now, and I will show you from very beginning to the very end. But will be easier just for you if you just replicate some workshops, some mini course. It will be easier for you. But in general, you can join it, and you don't need much. And yes, I do teach. I will do teach you on this course. For mountains, river and snow, well, you can ask all this question in the course, and I will show you how to do that. Thank you for your masterclass. You're welcome. Can you tell us which brand of monitors you recommend for us? Well, as you remember, I always use Dell monitors. It's kind of have a good color on it, but also you can use some calibration tools, so you will check the colors and improve the colors of your monitor. So Dell, fine. I think it's important to have some IPC, and in general it's good. So probably Dell, maybe something else, but we use always Dell so far. Irena, thank you. You're welcome. Does this class have a tight schedule or will be more flexible? Well, since it's online lessons, so it's like a tight schedule, but all the materials will be on the record, so you can watch it whenever you want to. So it doesn't matter if you didn't make to go to online class, you can rewatch it on the next day or in the day after and do it by the record, so it doesn't really matter. All will be recorded, so you will see everything. What are your PC components? Well, I think I have AMD processor, not so sure, let me check. Yeah, Ryzen and 64 RAM, but it's not necessarily like have super power computer. You can work in what you have so far, and when you understand that that's exactly what you want to do, you can improve your computer. I have the powerful computer because I have a lot of tool in here. I do the translation and do the rendering and do the recording, so it uses a lot of resources of the computer, so I need this super powerful computer. But for start working in 3D, you can have less parameters. But important for fast rendering is like have a good processor, and the RAM is also important. Usually better to have at least 16. Referencing is not in the link. Could you check it? I didn't put the reference, but I can do. I will do that after the workshop. It doesn't matter. It's not complicated, so I will add it later a little bit. What do you recommend getting a CPU and GPU for kernel render? Kernel render work only on CPU, so if you want the fast render, you need to get the powerful CPU. The GPU, it doesn't really matter, so no need to have the, like, super powerful GPU. If you want to learn some other render system that work in GPU, for example, F-Storm, then you will get the GPU, but for Corona, CPU is enough. RAM is increased speed of workflow. Well, yeah, and also it gives you opportunity to render the picture, because if it won't be enough of RAM, the picture cannot be rendered as well. And also it will help to work faster in the viewport as well. So it won't be super heavy to rotate everything. So let me check the final result. 5% actually is good. And that's what we got. Maybe a little less difference between the color on the back wall, but in general it's kind of cool. I like it a lot. I hope you like it as well. If you enjoy all this workshop, put the like for this video, please. So I'll see that you really like it. And since we don't have any more questions, we'll see you in the next workshop. So I was super happy to see you all here. If you want to join our course, please welcome, and see you next time. Have a perfect and beautiful evening. Bye bye.